Hi everyone, this video is called Knowing the Rules. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the 10 things that you cannot do while taking the Duolingo English test. My name's Lance, this is DET Study. Grab your coffee and let's go. Number 1, a simple one. Be alone in a quiet, well-lit room. The lighting has to be good in the room so that the camera can see your face. Don't be sitting in the dark. Remember, it has to be quiet. There can't be any noises coming in the background. So, tell your annoying little sister, brother, even your parents. I would say, take the test alone in the house while nobody's there. Why is this important? If noises are heard in the other room, the people who proctor the test are going to assume, and I know it's not happening, but they're going to assume that someone's yelling the answers to you. So if there's any suspicion of that, or if there are any noises, then the test scores will be canceled. Number 2, don't wear headphones or earphones while you're taking the test. If you are blessed with long hair, make sure that your hair is behind your ears so that your ears are fully visible and there's no suspicion of you wearing earphones. This is to make sure nobody's sending you information or you're listening to another external device while taking the test.
If you don't know me and it's the first time you're seeing me, my name is Lance with DET Study. We have a dedicated practice platform with over 15,000 practice questions and answers. The speaking and writing questions give you instant AI feedback, and you'll see how you've done in grammatical accuracy, lexical sophistication, and more. These resemble the actual parameters on the official Duolingo English test, so go check it out.
Number 3, probably the most important rule of all. Do not use somebody else's ID when registering for the test. In the beginning, when you register, you show them your government-issued ID, and you're the person that's taking the test. Why is this important? Your test scores could be canceled. Even worse, you could be banned from taking the DET in the future. If you're found cheating, it's almost impossible to find a way back in to take the test again. Number 4, make sure that your camera and microphone is enabled throughout the test. When you first go through the setup process, you'll be asked to check your microphone and you'll be asked to check your camera. You are being proctored, even though it's an AI-scored test. Somebody's watching. So if it goes off or if your microphone disables itself somehow during the test, your scores will be canceled. It's a frustrating experience. I suggest that you take the practice test several times before taking the actual test. So keep that in mind. Mic and camera enabled. Number 5, do not use any outside materials while taking the test. What does that mean? You can't have another mobile device on. You can't take notes. You can't listen and look at anything else while you're taking the test. Remember, the Duolingo English test is a fast-moving test. It moves from one screen to the next. You're recording audio, you're talking about an image, you are listening to a question and responding to it. There actually isn't any time to take notes. So if you're seen peeking off screen at a mobile device or looking at a notebook or even picking up a pen to take note, you'll get that ugly message in your inbox that says your scores are canceled. So let's be sure that we don't do that. Number 6, keep your eyes focused on the screen. Now this is a tough one because sometimes these questions require a lot of thinking and you might be somebody that thinks like this. And if you think like this or you think like this, the problem is the proctor thinks you're reading. So here's a tip for you. When you practice, do it in front of your computer. As best as possible, you want to mimic a test environment. It feels unnatural to stare into the lens of your camera while answering a question, but it's the best way to prepare to keep your eyes on the screen. We want to speak to another person. We want to see their reaction. We want them to see ours. But the Duolingo English test doesn't give us the luxury of that. So don't sit back on your sofa with your cat and your cup of tea to practice questions. Do it sitting in a chair, upright, the camera. Number 7, don't have anything else plugged into your computer, especially a second monitor. If there's a glow on your face from another monitor, it's going to be obvious that you're reading something. And that is detected. In the beginning of the test, they scan your computer to make sure that no other devices are plugged in, especially a monitor. Also, don't have any other apps open. If Grammarly pops up during the test or anything like that, the scores will be canceled. So keep aware of that. No second monitor, no other things plugged into your computer, and no other apps open during the test. Number eight, don't use predictive text. Don't memorize answers, large blocks of information. Years ago, for the SAT, there were groups of people that would memorize templates for every type of possible answer that they got. So if the question was about their hobby, they had a template. If the question was about their dream, they used the same template. If the question was about their childhood memory, they used the same template over and over and over. SAT had to change the way that the questions were answered, and they reformatted the test. Speaking with predictive text and memorizing large blocks of information is very detectable to proctors and AI. So my advice is, be yourself. Speak naturally. English is not your first language. Put your emotion into it as best as possible. Add some color. Be emphatic. Stress and intonation in your voice is how you're scored for some of these speaking questions. Give yourself the best chance to get the score you deserve. Number 9, from knowing the rules, don't navigate away from the test window. So if your mouse is on the screen, don't have it leave the screen. And if it leaves it, they're going to know that there's a second monitor connected. Leaving the screen with your mouse and trying to minimize it, both will get your test scores canceled. Don't do it. Number 10, keep your face in the little screen in the top right corner. If your face leaves the screen, your score will be canceled. Also, make sure you're not obscured by anything. There's not a plant or a curtain or something blocking you. Your face has to be visible the entire time during the test. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, give it a like, a thumbs up, hit the notification button, or even subscribe. That way you'll get updated when the next video comes around. Until then, happy learning, and I'll talk to you soon.